The more and more information that comes out, the more it looks like Legends Arceus isn't the only main series Pokemon game coming out in 2022. Let's talk Generation 9 and some new rumors and riddles from the leaker himself. Let's dive in. Yo, whoa, what is going on YouTube? It's your boy Dan, aka aDrive. I'm bringing you guys a brand new video today, and today we are diving into the world of Pokemon Legends Arceus and also the latest whispers, or not so much whispers, talks about Generation 9 and the upcoming Pokemon games, which are going to be dropping this year. It's actually a crazy timeline we're in as Pokemon fans, so if you guys are excited for this one, hit that like button down below, and of course, subscribe to the channel if you guys are new. We got to a lot to unpack today, including a handful of insiders, including the Riddler themselves, giving us more insight into Pokemon Legends Arceus and what's to come for the Pokemon franchise. Before we go any further, I have to tell you guys about PokeLoot. PokeLoot is an awesome crate that we have that you guys can grab at Pokeloot.net that is available for a limited time. There's only a handful of them left, and it comes with a bunch of awesome stuff. It comes with one awesome plushie. Look at these plushies, man. These are amazing. It comes with a golden Pikachu card. Look how sick these golden Pikachu cards are. A pack of Pokemon cards, my G Fuel flavor Shiny Splash, which contains caffeine, and this limited edition 25-year t-shirt, which you guys can grab right now by checking out the description below. For just 33 bucks, you get all of this awesome stuff with PokeLoot. So grab it before they're gone, because there's only about 100 or so left at the time of me filming this video. So grab it now at Pokeloot.net. Okay, so let's dive in. The first thing we've got here is Samus Hunter, who is a known Nintendo insider, posting on Twitter, "Let's start with Pokemon news. The Pokemon Company has several things planned for 2022. Legends Arceus is on its way, and soon we'll get more news about it and a preview that will present the gameplay loop and mission-based structure, similar to Monster Hunter, but with a greater emphasis on exploration." Now, I do believe that we're going to be getting a new trailer this week. I think tomorrow could be a really good day for it. I'm surprised we haven't gotten one yet, but Wednesdays are a really big day. They then go on to say that there's going to be some promotion alongside the game. I know they have planned a board for Tetris 99, and I know there were originally plans for a demo of the game, but I don't know if COVID impacted its production to the team, and they have to use that time to polish the game. I also don't know if they had time to create the demo with the dedicated mission in order to preview the new gameplay, because it was planned for show floors, but obviously physical events have been canceled due to COVID, so I don't rule out its arrival, but I have no recent news of that. So it seems as though the likelihood of us getting a demo is pretty much slim to none, right? We're probably not going to get a demo, which is fine. I don't think that's a huge deal. But Samus goes on to say this: in the fiscal year 2022, that Pokemon is going to be releasing another mainline game in the series. A trailer for it should arrive by June, but it's possible some teasers will arrive in the months before. More updates are expected for some titles in the coming months, like BDSP, Legends Arceus, and more. Now, what those updates are could be DLC or could just be updates in general. We know that there's a Shaman and a DARKRAI event to be taking place in Legends Arceus, or I'm sorry, in BDSP rather, and we also know that there's an Arceus stage or, you know, arena in the game that isn't used at this point. New spin-offs are also coming for mobile and console. I don't rule out that we'll see some Detective Pikachu related stuff. These are Pokemon's general plans as of today, but in the coming weeks and months, I'll try to keep you updated. I'll talk about Nintendo in the coming days. So, insider Samus Hunter has brought us this information that, again, Gen 9 is scheduled for this year, as well as other mobile and spin-off style games. There's also information and updates potentially coming for BDSP and, of course, Legends Arceus as well. Now, that obviously ties to Riddler, the Riddler coup. If you guys have been following the channel, you know all about the Riddler. The Riddler has been giving us a ton of insider information over the last few months, and they've also said, "Happy New Year, guys. I can't wait to start sharing more future plans about Pokemon. Give your attention towards April 2022. Don't ask me why, stay tuned." Again, a lot of signs pointing towards a Generation 9 of Pokemon coming out this year. And I always say this because a lot of people are like, aDrive, it's too soon for Generation 9. But the reality of it is it's not, right? When we look at the gap between Black and White to X and Y, it was 3 years. X and Y to Sun and Moon was 3 years. Sun and Moon to Sword and Shield was 3 years. So we have this gap of 3 years between these different generations, 5 to 6, 6 to 7, 7 to 8. So Generation 9 could be right around the corner. And it is, of course, 3 years this fall since Sword and Shield officially released. So I do anticipate Generation 9 to come this year. The other point of information, there's a lot of pieces, right? The TCG, the anime, a lot of things that point towards it. But the main thing is, too, that we know Game Freak, the studio that develops Pokemon, is split into 2 different studios, or teams, Team A and Team B, or Team 1 and Team 2. and Team 1 was working on Legends Arceus. Team 2, we don't know. BDSP was outsourced to ILCA, so we know that there is some sort of project that Team 2 is working on. So again, time will tell, but I really do believe that we are getting a new generation this year in 2022. Shifting gears to the Riddler once again, they've made a revision to their Hisuian forms post, and I think that what this points to is the fact that Basculin itself is not getting a new form, but rather maybe it gets a new stripe. So rather than being like a new form as the same context as like Voltorb getting a new form, maybe it's a new stripe of Basculin, and there seemed to be some confusion about that. They then go on to say that this was still a big hint. Pay attention to this. You'll know what this is soon. And it's a picture of a fish. And it talks about how these two different fish, I don't really actually know what it says, can I be honest? But the idea behind this is that it could be like a pink striped Basculin, I think is the conclusion here. So rather than getting a new form for Basculin, where it's like Voltorb having a new form, it's just gonna have a new kind of slight change to it, much like blue and red stripe. Maybe there's a pink stripe Basculin in the Hisui region. Now, kind of piggybacking off of that, there's an image here that came up on Reddit that talks about Ku's latest tweet might give more credibility to this potential 4chan leak. And that goes on to say that this breaks out all the different Pokemon and what their different typings are. Now, we obviously know about Decidueye, Typhlosion, and Samurott and their potential typings for their new Hisuian forms. Growlithe, Arcanine being Fire and Rock, Voltorb and Electrode being Grass and Electric, Cleaver, Bug, and Rock, Quillfish becoming a Steel type and getting a new evolution that is also Steel, according to this post here. So we'll have to see if that comes up. That's been a big fan-made thing for a long time, but very possible. Sneasel and its new evolution, which has been confirmed by the Riddler to be Poison and Fighting. Ursaring getting a new evolution. This is saying that is going to, or actually Ursaring getting a relative. This is saying that is a normal type. Weirdeer being normal and psychic. Then talking about various origin forms like Dialga, Palkia, Arceus. This talks about the pink Basculin being water type, and then Basculegion being water ghost, and then it goes on to talk about Zora. The big point out here, though, is the Lilligant form, apparently, which is grass and fire. Now, we'll have to wait and see if Lilligant does come to fruition. There's been a lot of rumors and signs pointing towards Lilligant getting a new form, and a grass and fire type Lilligant would actually be pretty sick, if you ask me. Not gonna lie. And then, of course, this talks about a lot of the other things we've talked about. The Goodra line becoming Dragon and Steel, and the Avalugg line becoming Ice and Rock. I encourage you to check the playlist in the description below if you want to dive through all these riddles. We've talked about them extensively, but a lot of these are considered to be factual at this point because the Riddler has such a good track record. The only other thing mentioning here is the Fairy and Flying type Turtle character, which is thought to be kind of the fourth spirit next to Tornadus, Thundurus, and Landorus. So we'll have to wait and see kind of how that plays out. Riddler Ku goes on to make a post saying, want to know this nostalgic thing's feature in PLA, and it shows 2 Game Boys that are attached via a link cable. Hint, no held items. So it seems as though there's going to be a way to trade evolve in-game without actually having to trade because there's no held items. So various Pokemon, let's say Dusclops, they need to evolve with the Reaper Cloth by trading. You're not going to be able to do that. So there's going to be some sort of new mechanic in Legends Arceus that's going to allow you to do that. Further, a couple things I wanted to mention. I saw this post on Reddit, and I think it's a really good indicator of how much it's improved since the initial trailers. You can look at the flames on Cyndaquil's back, and it shows, and the lighting and everything, but the flames on Cyndaquil's back are certainly improved. I thought this was a really nice screenshot to kind of show how much they've changed this game in terms of graphics. I know a lot of people like to rag on the graphics of Pokemon, but I'm personally really excited for the new visuals in Pokemon Legends Arceus. And last but not least, Kelios, another very reputable person in the community, has indicated that it looks like some influencers are previewing Legends Arceus at the end of the week. I can't wait to see what it will give. Now, that means that game review websites and influencers, not me, are going to have an opportunity to play Legends Arceus and maybe give some thoughts on it. There's also likely going to be some sort of a preview in terms of gameplay. What's going to likely happen is they're either going to have a chance to play it, which is less likely, or they're going to get specific footage from Nintendo that they're going to be able to use in their reviews. And that footage most likely will have some new stuff, but most likely it's going to be a lot of old stuff, but it'll be gameplay confined within a certain area, so that they don't reveal too much stuff. So expect to see, like I said, I'm really anticipating new information this week. I'd be really surprised if we don't get anything, but time will tell on that one. So that's that. A lot to uncover here, obviously, with the Generation 9 talks. I know it feels early, but it's really not. Pokemon Day is only about 6 or 7 weeks away, and that's typically when we would see something like that. I'm super jazzed up about Legends Arceus, but the idea of a new generation as well this year has me just over the moon. So I'm all on board. I'm super stoked about it. And again, Legends Arceus Gen 9, lots to talk about. If you haven't done so yet, make sure you guys pick up a Pokeloot at pokeloot.net. I'm telling you, it's an awesome deal. You get the plushie, the t-shirt, the pack of cards, you get the golden Pikachu card, and of course the G Fuel flavor, Shiny Splash, which is my flavor if you want to try that out. It's a great deal, so grab it now because again, there's very limited left. I think we have about, like I said, 15-20% left of our stock, and once it sells out, it is gone for good. So check that out in the description below. Like the video if you guys enjoyed it, and subscribe to the channel if you guys are new. Thank you so much for watching our latest news update, and I'll keep you guys posted this week. I think we're getting news soon, so stay tuned to the channel. I'll see you guys then. Peace.